Hey, I'm Azaria Parker, and today we're here with SLV Hornets TV. Today we have here a living legend, a former Scotlandville Magna High School head coach, D. Coach Sample. He has appeared in the state final 14 consecutive times and has brought home 8 state championships. Thank you for being here, Coach Sample.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
How are you feeling today?
Great.
Love to hear it. So our first question for today will be,
what inspired you to be a basketball coach, and how did you get into it?
Well, all my life coming up, all my role models have been coaches. My dad was a coach. My mentors were coaches. I've been fortunate enough to be around some outstanding men who fortunately were coaches, and I think I just wanted to just continue the legacy that they have and just, bring everything to the forefront and just coach myself.
Yeah, that was. I'm glad you did, because you've been on your thing. 14 consecutive championships, 8-time state winner, so it was in your blood.
Yeah. Well, I was fortunate enough to have good people around me. There's nothing that I've done by myself. It takes a village, and I've been very fortunate to have a great community, a great fan base, great kids who coming from great families, and and just to have the success that we've had. It's just not me. I couldn't do this by myself.
How would you describe your coaching philosophy?
Well, my coaching style basically is just to run, gun, and have fun. We want to be disciplined, especially on the defensive end. We want our defense to create our offense, but also you have to understand, every year you have different personnel, and you kind of have to adapt to the personnel that you have that particular year.
So what you're trying to say is, every year it's a different type of way you got to teach a coach or a player, because it's not every player the same.
Right. Well, some year your strength may be offense, and then you might want to outscore people. Then some years you're going to have to play defense, but your strength also may be defense, where you may not be able to score as much, but you can just, can get defend and just be just effective at scoring the ball. We always want to have our defense, to dictate our offense and just kind of go from there. And just play hard for 32 minutes and out-condition and outrun our opponents.
Heavy on the discipline, because, Lord, my brother used to come home tired, and I'd be like, I would have quit running.
Well, that's why basketball at Scotlandville is not for everyone. You have to be dedicated. We teach, perfection, so it takes a special type of kid to be a Scotlandville Hornet basketball player.
Amen. What they say ain't nothing like that Ville, you heard me? But how did you build a strong culture and keep your players motivated?
Just, hard-nosed discipline, have fun. Everybody wants to be a part of a winning, team, so just to motivate and demand perfection day in and day out, on and off the court, whether it's on the track, conditioning, running sprints. We want them to compete with each other in the classroom as well as on the court, and especially in the classroom, because that's the most important factor that we're here for, is to educate these young men.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's highlighted about your career. Many people say you just don't demand goodness on the court, but off the court also. You make sure your players are excelling academically, and I feel like a lot of coaches don't do that, and that's what makes you great.
Right. You have to have that. You have to have the academics, because we know basketball can only take you so far, and there's not many NBA jobs out there. So academically, you're gonna most likely succeed in life. The more education you have, the more your salary is, and our guys understand that it's a team concept. I don't give individual awards. The only awards I give really are academic awards to freshmen with the highest GPA and the upperclassmen with the highest GPA, and basically those are just my special awards, because to me all of them are MVPs. So that's the athletic side. So we try to really stress the academics as a whole, because I know in the long run they're gonna need that to be productive, citizens and parents and father figures of their home.
So you won 8 state championships. What was the key to maintaining that success?
Hard work, dedication, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of give and take, and just policing young men. I think we've done a great job of just challenging them, to be better on and off the court. I always feel that if you have a better person, I have a better athlete, So a lot of it goes into play. Like I say, it's just not me. It's not about me. You have to have everybody to buy into what we do. Administrators, parents, community, and all of that works hand in hand, and you get the finished product.
Yeah, I feel that because I was just on the track the other day and I seen that the basketball team was running miles. And they was keeping up with some of the track runners. I was like, they really are putting in the hard work, and they was pushing each other. They were running with each other. So I was like, it's paying off.
Right, and from day one, we always say our first home is the track. Because if you don't have condition, not condition, you're not going to win, be effective in the games in the long run. And we want to, like I tell my guys, I'm not a big fan of substituting. So you have to be conditioned to play for 32 minutes and not miss a beat, because sometimes if you come to me and say, Coach, I need a break, you might not go back in the game because, that's defeating the purpose of what we're trying to, accomplish, So conditioning plays a major role. Our guys run cross country. We've been doing it back since, first of all, I play for Ben Jobe, a legendary coach at Southern University, and his conditioning was like off the charts, and I just stuck with that philosophy, and it's universal. Basketball never changed, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I just, we had success being in conditioning and shape, so I just try to follow that trend.
All right.
What do you consider the most defining moment of your coaching career?
I really don't have a defining moment. Sometimes I get a little emotional, talk about my kids that's been here. I've been here for like 18 years, and I just love them all the same. Like if you have kids, you love all of them. They bring different elements to the party, but you love them, as they're your own, And so just to see them succeed in life, it's a defining moment, just for them to come back. I have the coaches here, players that play for me, and just to start that, from humble beginnings, to now, it just makes me happy just to see all the young men that have been through this program and just doing well in life, and that's my reward. It's not about the trophies, the banners. It's about giving back to them and allowing them to give back to someone else.
Do you have a couple of players that have made it to the NBA? If some, could you name some?
Yes, Damian Jones, of course, he was my first NBA player, got drafted by Golden State Warriors, and currently we have Reese Beekman. He was drafted by Golden State, but now he's with the Brooklyn Nets, and I looked on the box score, he had 2 points last night, so those are a few, but I'm really, really, elated and happy for the kids who don't have the skill to play NBA or college ball, but never thought of going to college, and they went to college and graduated, and have bachelors and masters, and and working in business and companies. I really admire those just as much as the guys who really make it to the NBA.
So you get a lot that you a good coach and that your coaching brought so many championships to this school. So how would you say or consider being a legendary coach means to you?
It speaks volumes of the body of work that we've done. The bar that we've set. I always feel that Skylandville is the mecca for high school basketball, not just in Baton Rouge, but in the state of Louisiana. You know, it's so much that we have accomplished, you know, and when I say we, I say it meaningfully, because like I said, it's just not me, you know, it takes a lot to do what we've done, and we're proud of it, you know, and that's something that nobody can take from us, you know, and I'm excited about it. I'll continue to be excited about it. And the boys said, and hopefully maybe somebody may come along and break it, but they're going to have to put a lot of work in to break what we've done, you know, to do what we've done and duplicate it.
If you could give one piece of advice to aspiring coaches, what would it be?
I would say don't take the definition of coaching lightly. You know, coaching is more than what you see on a Tuesday or Friday night. You know, coaching is a 24-hour job, 365 days a year. And you have to have a passion for it. And it's not about entitlement. It's not about the coach per se. You know, it's about serving your kids, your community, and making a difference, you know, in a positive way, you know, in a positive way. A lot of coaches I hear it's about win, and we beat Scotlandville, we beat this team and that team, but in the long run, I think you just need to reach kids where they are, you know, and you can win championships without basically winning a championship when you win championships of kids with their life, you know, and that's very important that you're a vital part of someone's progress in life, you know, especially on a high school level. So, you know, in high school days are days you'll remember for the rest of your life. And I remember my high school days and those bus rides. So you just can't take the term coaching lightly. It's more than just throwing the ball out.
So now that you have some free time on your hands, what do you do with all that?
To actually be honest with you, I'm running 5Ks and 10Ks and half marathons now, and kind of recharging the battery to figure out, you know, if I want to come back and coach or what I want to do, you know. So, and also, you know, spending time, I have twins, they're sophomores in college, and coaching takes a lot out of your family, you know. Sometimes as a father, you're not there, but now I think I want to take a little step back and make sure they're acclimated in college and get their college life going. And you know, who knows, you may see me on the sideline again. You just never know. But right now, if you come to the gumbo run, you'll see me out there running Saturday.
Yeah, because you be running at school on the track. Middle of the day, I see you out there in the morning, sometime in the afternoon, coming to class.
That's what we have to do. You have to show by example. So it goes back to conditioning, you know, so it's in my blood, so to say. So I think I'll be doing it for a while.
Real question is, you think you can outrun some of your players?
I hope not. They'll be in trouble on the court if I could, you know. So I've had my time, you know. So you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. So I think they need to be in the forefront, and I need to continue to be comfortable and be behind the center.
I don't know. If I had a relay team, I'm recruiting you.
Good choice.
So, what legacy would you like to leave when it's all said and done?
When it's all said and done, I want to leave a legacy that we did it our way, with class, with dignity, with just pride, did it the right way, you know, and we started from ground zero. We started from the bottom, now we're here. You know, and that Scotlandville set the bar, you know, that we set the bar, and just doing it the right way from an inner city school that have all types of disadvantages, but you turn those into advantages, and I think we did it the right way, and we challenge anybody to come and duplicate, you know, imitate what we've done.
So I think the big question for you today is, what's next for Coach Sample?
I'm not sure. Give me a year. Give me another year, and we'll figure it out. Give me another year, and we'll figure it out. Big secret.
All right, we watching y'all. Y'all heard it for him. One more year.
We'd like to thank you, Coach Sample, for sharing your time with us and giving us your insight on your journey. And we wish you the best in whatever you pursue, like you said, in the next year or so. And we also want you to know that Scotlandville is a family. We back you, whatever you do in the future.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Scotland proud, Bill strong.
Shout out SLV Hornets TV. Shout out Black House.